G'day guys, welcome back to All Will Fall, where we are desperately hanging on to some of the more important platforms that we've got going for our little community here. As you can see, this entire area here is about to crumble into dust. And if we don't get 150 metal or so, we're not going to be able to brace it. So we have halted production on certain things, including research, to try and focus on building up our metal supply to hopefully be able to do what's required. We've got people that are supposed to be, I say supposed to be, collecting some metal for us, but oh yeah, these guys are just like sort of here because they were building the hut, but we do have a lot of idle hands here, and I think maybe we can utilize them and maybe move the other hut into that spot over here, and we can just simply place a couple more of our workers in here. That way we should hopefully have a whole bunch more people collecting stuff for us. So, as I explained towards the end of the previous episode, I'm gonna really focus my efforts on collecting as much metal as we see around here. A lot of these blocks only offer a little bit of metal, but considering our desperation, I think it's probably not such a bad idea to try and, you know, make it happen, really. So that's what we're doing. Let's maybe get ourselves across this way, and let's increase the amount of workspaces that are going to be available for our guys here. And yeah, we'll collect things one by one. So there's also all this stuff underneath it right here, which might actually be a decent thing to try and collect as well. But again, let's just do things one at a time. The platforms that I've constructed here out of wood, they're going to rely on some of the sturdier materials that we're breaking down. So yeah, this whole exercise might be a little bit precarious, but hopefully we'll be able to make it happen. Yeah, just trying to increase the surface area for people to work in to try and collect all this stuff. We might also need to get people to climb up this way eventually. How is this still hanging on? I have no idea. Let me do that. And yeah, I'm gonna accept the build there. That's fine. And yeah, we probably do need to just build another pathway to let people climb up this way, and we'll start breaking things down up this way as well. There's a bit of sand up there. Do we care about that? I mean, I've got a lot of sand right now, but if we've got some idle people, perhaps maybe we can get them working on collecting some of this sand, and that's okay. Let's do something like that. So 3 people are just going to, you know, grab that, and once our guys are done collecting what they need to collect over this side, we should be able to pivot them up this way. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad plan to me. 22 hours to make things happen, guys. Are we going to be able to make it happen? It's a very good question. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. This is such a big problem, isn't it, for us? So I know there is no clearance here, but that's mainly because... Oh, actually, no, that is a problem. God, gonna do that. Good thing I spotted that, because I'm sort of wondering, why is our metal collection going so slowly? And it turns out, this is just a little bit too high for the job. It needs to be closer to the ocean. And we can definitely make that happen. So, let's move stuff. There we go. We've got 70% there. I think we can improve that. I think we could probably just move this one here, just slightly. Nah, we're still bumping into stuff. But we can make it happen from here. We can probably just move this. Actually, we can move that as well. Man, a lot of... Ooh, hang on. We're getting 50% here. What's going on there? I think that might actually improve eventually. 0%? Why is that? Boy.
Construction completed. Wait, what are we building again? Time to rest, people.
Okay. So we've got 100% clearance, and things are happening here. I just hope that we've got enough time to make what we need. But it's looking pretty dicey, actually.
Brace yourselves! The water is rising!
Are we going to be able to collect within 12 hours? Maybe not. Yeah, that's a little bit painful, isn't it?
Building completed.
Okay, guys, so I decided to just do a quick load here, where we have a little bit of extra time to try and handle the situation. And now that we know what the problem is that we're facing, I'm sort of hoping we can turn things around. Because, yeah, without this, things are going to be extremely difficult for us. And, I feel like we've been put into a little bit of an unfair situation there. Let me throw this. Hang on. Let me think about this. So we really don't have a good spot for our woodcatcher. I think maybe we could place a woodcatcher up there, and that might actually benefit from a bit of a boost of production. So that's looking okay. Let's redo this part. Let's bring that all the way back here. Okay. Alright. So... there we go. Let's pull this back here. And hopefully we can see all of our metal
and only one person lost a finger this time.
increase. Hopefully. We've still got a full day to try and turn things around. Let's get one more person in there, actually. Make sure that we're getting full production. Will we turn things around? Still not confident. Again, I'm not beyond save scumming, guys, if things are pretty dire. So we might have to look into doing that. I think we could probably do that as well. Actually, I need to give people access once more, don't I? I don't know about this, guys. I'm sort of questioning whether or not it's all doable or not. The people are resting, and meanwhile things are already crumbling. So I sort of loaded the state where we started the episode in, but perhaps maybe we needed to load a state where we have a little bit more time even before that. Because, yeah, I feel like we need to spend a bit more time gathering.
Up, everyone, up!
Unless we want to just, like, live with things being super separated out, but I can't really imagine myself, like, moving people across this great, like, gap. So that's a bit of a problem for us. Just watching food and water as well. Water is dropping. Literally a race against time. Yeah, we're not gonna make it, guys, so let's see about loading a previous state, which we can work with. Okay, guys, so here we are. I think this is probably the state that we can work with where the event has already happened. I don't really want to go to a state where this event hasn't popped up, because I feel like that would be a little bit unfair. That would be cheating on my part, I feel, to avoid the issue at hand. I mean, you could argue that since I'm already save scumming, I may as well, but no, I'm gonna give it a proper go, and if we need to live with this disastrous thing that's happening to us, then we might actually just have to live with it. But we're going to try our best to make it happen, right? So, I keep having an issue with this particular wood catcher. I'm gonna place it here again. And I just need to be on the ball with absolutely everything that we're trying to get done to turn things around here. So we've already pulled all of our guys out of the things that are consuming metal. Let's move this. Let's do the construction. That doesn't work. Okay, now let's highlight the things that we want to collect. I think we can collect all of this because what we've got constructed here should still hold, thanks to the metal below it. Okay, so that should all work, I think. And really, the number one thing that needs to happen is shifting these guys around to this spot. Force priority on that one.
Construction completed.
And just need to make sure that we've actually got the workers in there. I think we do have 3 workers, so that's good. Workers in here, actually. Goodness me. Let's go. But, I mean, this is my 3rd attempt, and I think we might actually be forced to rethink absolutely everything here. This might actually have to crumble, and we might need to bite the bullet on it. Look, there's still all of this out here, which we could potentially work with. Not ideal, though. And we might actually need to save some of our citizens, because some of them could get stuck out here. Man. Not the most pleasant experience. +7. That's not much at all. I feel like we did a little bit better in the previous attempt. So what has happened there?
The water is rising! Work time starts now!
I don't think we're gonna make it, guys. Okay. I concede to the scenario. And we're going to have to shift stuff, so... Things over this side... we might be able to leave for the moment. It's all this stuff here that needs to be moved. Urgently. So... Hang on a second. Oh yeah, that's a fishing hut, so... Again, I don't really think we will need the fishing huts anymore. Oh boy.
If it was anyone else, I would call them crazy for this.
Not so bad.
Building completed.
Let's think about how we're going to move forward with our lives. Can people squeeze through here? I get the feeling no. So I'm just gonna shift stuff a little bit more. The idea is we might need to utilize this section here for traversal. We'll make it happen. Okay. It's funny how this thing survives. But, yeah, let's maybe just throw it down there. Despite our best efforts. Oh man, we didn't clear this. Ah, that's so frustrating.
Building completed.
These things actually take a while to actually materialize after you, like, actually build them. Are we at the right height? I don't think we're even at the right height.
Captain, we need someone smart for this one.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes. Ah. Deep breaths. Engineers back in there. We get more tools being produced. And yeah, let's get our people home. So heaps of people are basically just unable to get back home to the settlement. So we need to at least resolve that issue. I think despite our very best efforts, things are going to crumble no matter what, right? So until we get our
construction completed.
Foundations, I think. So I think that should have solved a lot of the problems there. So that's looking good. So our next problem is going to be what happens to all of this up here, and whether or not we're going to be able to brace all of that. Possibly. But we're going to have to sort of come back to it. Man. The game is absolutely flogging us right now. What do we get in exchange? We do get a bunch of tools, which is nice. But I'm just gonna keep it there as long as possible, because, well, there's no real reason to rush into the disaster, is there? So...
Time to rest, people.
I wonder how people are feeling about all of the crumbliness that we're dealing with. I may as well add some decent foundation or some decent sort of concrete pieces here to try and plug any gaps. Oh my goodness, why is that still there? I do not know. It's probably still a good idea to keep these guys working on collecting metal though, so I don't mind these people continuing what they're doing. In fact, it might be a decent idea to continue to give them workspaces. So let's do that. And I'm just sort of thinking about everything in hindsight here, guys, but in hindsight, I feel like maybe I should have spent way more time on collecting metal from a lot of these buildings that are crumbling. I know that a lot of the metal amount that you get from these buildings is a little bit low, but I feel like it was maybe a bit important to try to build up our stocks. But yeah, I mean, didn't really know that the game was going to flog us so hard eventually. Should we be shifting our workforce? It is going to be pretty sunny pretty quickly though, so maybe I don't need to do that just yet because people are still resting right now.
Construction completed. Wait, what are we building again? Work time starts now!
Okay, these people don't have access to clear that just yet, which is a bit annoying, but maybe we're going to need to shift one of the huts back here to try and get that done. Or, I could assign a worker in there. They might be able to collect that. I think so. Yeah, good. That works out. Because the only reason why this exists is because of the personal project, which currently is demanding 20 metal.
Great decision, Captain.
I'll complete that part.
Keep your people happy, they won't care.
They're probably going to ask for a few more things, so this time tools. We'll come back to that once we do actually have some tools. But we're almost done with the concrete foundations. And I'm just sort of thinking about our situation here. So we've got all this stuff over here. it might not be a bad idea to pivot all of that to this side, because this is a little bit further away to travel for a lot of our guys, and I think they could do with a little bit less travel time. So let's do that. I just need to remember to accept the tools from here.
Construction completed.
And then we're going to need to sort out what happens up here, so I'm getting a little bit nervous about that. Let's get all of that deconstructed. Yeah, not really relying on those huts anymore. And we could utilize all of this. So the reason why it's still empty right now is because we have now learned that this might be a little bit too high for certain types of buildings, certain types of production buildings, but perhaps maybe it's not a bad place for things like greenhouses, or maybe even fields if we decide to get fields. We could sort of consider that. Oh, this looks really janky. I don't know if we can do something about that. How are we doing for workspaces here? Let's continue. We've got more refugees coming in. 8 people. I don't even have any free people to train them up, so again, let's decline.
Listen, mate, as long as you say it with confidence, people will believe that you're right.
And again, the travel distance is something that I want to try to reduce, so let's move that across. I think that looks good. Can we... we're getting 89% there. That's 83%. Okay, that's a little bit better then.
Building completed.
So I'm thinking of perhaps maybe trying to do a combination of staircases and slides, because we've used slides before, and that might actually improve the speed in which people travel.
Another day survived.
Okay, we've got 1 hour left. So I'm going to make a decision here to collect the tools.
You better hope that people will support this.
Oh, man. But I think we're prepared for this. So... So all things considered though, we still have quite a bit more surface area to work with. Like, we've got all of this sand, dirt, whatever you want to call it. We could build on top of that. and increase the surface area for the center of the community. Potentially. Let's get rid of all of this. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, that all disappeared. Yeah, okay. I haven't played time immediately after the crumbling. Okay, alright. So, no. I take that all back. We don't have all of that to work with anymore. Shame. Real shame. Okay. There it goes. Oh, lordy lord. So, another thing we could consider, considering we have all this sand, is we could build concrete pillars going upwards, up this way, and we could replace a lot of this wood with metal. That should keep things holding a little bit more. But for the time being, we've got our replacement work areas over here, so, you know, it's all not just doom and gloom. Just watching all of this, making sure that workplaces are actually available. We've got so much stuff, so much wood and all that sort of stuff down here, which is a bit of an annoyance. Where's our dock? Oh, it's right there. Our dock always seems to be getting blocked with stuff as well, so I might want to give it a little bit of clearance. Just maybe place it there instead. And I wonder if it might not be a bad idea, considering all of this blockage, for us to get the boats and stuff to focus on all of this.
Captain, hurry! We don't have much time!
What's next? That I don't really care too much about. We get some tools out of it. That's nice.
If it was anyone
So
else, I would call them crazy for this.
that should hopefully be all the tools we need for completing the research. I might also be able to donate some for the personal project.
Great decision, Captain. As long as you keep them happy, people won't really care how you achieve your goals.
More metal. We can afford
mate?
that right now.
As long as you say it with confidence, people will believe that you're right.
More tools.
Am I right? Up, everyone, up!
More metal.
Great decision, Captain. As long as you keep your people happy,
Please,
they
let
won't
it
care
be
how you
over.
achieve your goals. Great decision, Captain. As long as you keep them happy, people won't really care
More
how you achieve
tools.
your goals.
Goodness me. Come on.
Do you think other places are doing better than us? I'm joking, I'm joking. But really,
Bit of sand. Okay. Finally. It's done.
A pretty normal decision under pretty unusual circumstances.
And that's now giving us a little bit of a boost of happiness to all of the nearby homes. It's not bad. Probably not in the best position. Do we want to fix that? I could probably move it here to the center. Yeah, that's pretty decent, I think. A lot more people getting happiness out of it. And people can still move around, which is good. Fire barrels. I think I need to space out my fire barrels a little bit more. Got another one here, which I had to move, but I think that's a decent spot right there. And I could probably move that there. People should still be able to move around in the space, so that's good. Personal project is done. Perfection.
Listen, mate. As long as you say it with confidence, people will believe that you're right. Am I right?
Just making sure that people are still working in these workplaces, because obviously that's extremely important. Water, food, still looking okay.
New buildings available. And this
finally,
one will need even more resources.
our concrete foundations are ready.
Yay.
So, where are they? We need 100 water and 50 sand, and how many tools? So 25 tools there. That's tall. That's not tall. Let's just have a look at this. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah. Alright. So, this is literally something you would have to place down into the ocean. And that would brace the entire structure. We'd need to get people there, though, to be able to build it. I don't think that's impossible. It's not impossible to do. Let's make it happen, because the longer we leave a lot of these places to crumble, the worse off it's going to be for us. So, I'm keen on making things happen. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, people are going there, and they're building. Fantastic.
Construction completed.
Oh, guys, finally. That did need a big chunk of water and a big chunk of our sand as well. So, but assuming by placing that down, we have now held this entire pillar, right? I could be wrong. So we need a bit more. What? Do we need a bit more water on that, or? Oh, no. We need more sand. Okay. Yeah, I'm keen on trying to just, like, hold all of these main
completed.
sort of, like, highway connections, highway, like, pillars together. And that way we have a, like, certain area that we can continue to build in. I think that's a decent idea. Research. I mean, that's end of the line there. We could go into some goods manufacturing, because we've never seen that before. Or What I'm maybe a little bit more interested in is getting something to secure food without needing extra workers constantly. So maybe let's go in with the food field. It produces food passively and a lot slower than the greenhouse. But if we've got a few of them, then maybe that's a really, really good thing for us. So, yeah, we'll consider how many we're going to actually need to build, so... I'm just waiting on more of the sand to be able to see if I can, like, stack the foundation on top of each other. Is that even necessary? I don't really know. Just keeping an eye out on people doing their work. I think it's safe to also collect that. And yeah, people are done over this side, so I think we can maybe adjust things over here. Right. Alright, so despite all of the devastation that has happened in this episode, things are looking decent. You know, it's not like completely the end of the world. It was very painful to try and get through though. We've got an event here. Pick your HQ task. Choose what to do with the outsiders. Help them find friends and family.
A pretty normal decision under pretty unusual circumstances.
Okay, sure. So, in a day, or a couple of days, actually,
Brace yourselves! The water
we'll have
is
another
rising.
event. Alright, do we have what it takes? No, not quite. Our sand production is a little bit on the slow side, isn't it? Got 100% like efficiency, but I think I've got a decent idea here of maybe moving that down and cutting down on the travel time for people, because people have to climb all the way up there, so it's probably not ideal. But if we have it set up here, that reduces the need.
Work time starts now!
So, one thing that I've been curious about is to also get a battery. So, we tried the gravity battery the previous episode, and that didn't exactly do anything for us, so I don't know if this is going to do anything for us either, but let's just have a look at production and consumption here. 25 a day, consumption is 45 a day. Apparently we're consuming more.
Captain, hurry! We don't have much time!
What do I need for this? Brace it with 149 metal. We can definitely make that happen, but... what if... I'm just sort of speaking aloud here, but... what if we just put a foundation piece underneath? Would it still crumble? I think we're consuming some sand because of the tools production. So let me pause that for a second and build up our sand. And then I just want to see what happens if we place this down. If this doesn't really do too much, then we can always spend on the steel. Just trying to figure out if there's anything that is consuming sand. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. What is... Oh! Okay. That's definitely a problem. How did that happen? Not sure. There we go. Alright, so we've got the ability to build it. We may as well try. But we need actual people to go out there and construct it, so... we will make that happen. 100%. How, though?
Time to relax and think about tomorrow's work.
Alright. 16 hours, though. Hopefully we can construct this in time. Do we still have the metal necessary if... oh, no! Is that underwater? It is... will people still... Yeah, no. We definitely... don't have access to it. Okay. I think we can still... make it happen, though. So here's the plan. Okay, looking shonky as hell, but all good. Oh, still. Okay, do we have access? Oh my goodness. Apparently we still don't have access. Why? Why is that? Maybe it needs to be a certain height? Oh, hang on, no. I'm missing one. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So people should start building this. My goodness, that was...
Chop chop, people. It's time to work.
Maybe way more complicated than it needed to be. Got 10 hours, though. Are people going to make it? Please.
Building completed. And only one
Oh
person lost
no,
their finger
it's
this
still...
time.
It's still crumbling. Why? That's a little unfair. I thought we managed to brace it. Unless, maybe... the game pretty much requires you to build these foundations and then really just... like, resettle all of your people on top of these foundations. That could be the case. That we would just need to, you know, prop up whatever we have. Well, I'm gonna have to accept using up this metal, which is a little unfortunate. Because that took a lot of effort trying to build the foundations there, but... oh well, it is what it is. I'm not 100% sure on what our end goal requirements are, because I thought that building foundations were the end goal. Unless we needed to build a few of them, and that might actually trigger something towards the end. So I'll check on that and just make sure that we're headed in the right direction in terms of goals. But aside from that though, I think I'm going to call this an episode here. I know there was a little bit of save scumming on my part, but in the end, it didn't really benefit me at all. So I did have to bite the bullet and just deal with the crumbly situation that we were in. So we did turn it around. We didn't lose anyone, which is good. But yeah, the workflow of this place is looking a little bit messy. So I don't know if there's any way we can sort of turn all of that around. But yeah, I might see how much longer we're going to play this particular scenario. We could do maybe 1 or 2 more episodes depending on, you know, what our end goals are. If we do need to build a few more foundations and, you know, continuing to build that way to reach the goal, then we'll obviously do that. But if this is more of a no end kind of scenario, then perhaps maybe we might need to call it after maybe a couple of episodes or so. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop me a like as usual, stay true, And I'll see you guys in the next one.